Hello guys, today let's talk about exceptions in Laravel, and I will show you an example of a package called Laravel Permission by Spatie. This example will maybe help you to understand when would you need custom exceptions, your own exceptions, because look at the code of the package. In this case, it's a trait. Trait has permissions which you would add to your Eloquent model, and look here, 4 exception classes. So this would be really useful if you're creating some kind of a package, a framework, a module to be installed with some kind of custom behavior installable elsewhere. And in case of errors related to your package or framework or service or system, you would want to inform the user of that package what actually happened. So instead of just throwing 500 errors, you would automatically throw the exception with the information that you think is important, maybe even use try-catch in your own package to override some behavior. So this is the theory. Now let's take a look how it actually works. So for example, there's an exception called permission does not exist. So this is how it is used. In the same trait, down below, there's a function, check permission to. So do we have permission for some kind of like can user create or something? We try to call the function from the same file, which is has permission to, but if permission does not exist, which means that there's no such permission in the database created at all, then we just return false. So we either return that the permission exists, but the user does not have that permission, or if that permission doesn't exist at all, there's a specific exception for that, which force return the false result instead of throwing some errors. So this is how you would use the exception within your package, for example, or in controllers, for example. It could be used by other developers, catching your custom exception and then overriding the values, logging some information, emailing someone, or something like that. Now, where that permission is thrown, in the permission model of the Spatie package, we have this. We try to find the permission by name from the database, and if we don't find it, then we throw that exception with the parameters of which name it is. And the actual exception looks like this. So there's exceptions folder in the package, and if we take a look at permission does not exist, it extends invalid argument exception, which I believe is a Laravel exception, or maybe it's a PHP exception. I'm not sure here, but it's not from Spatie. And we provide the name that would be sent to the user, the error message on the screen. So yeah, this is an example of exception itself, how it is thrown, and how it is caught with try-catch. If you want more examples on that subject and more details, we have a separate course on Laravel Daily. One of the courses is called Handling Exceptions and Errors in Laravel. It's quite a short course, 5,000 words, is relatively short. And on the right side, you can see the topics, how to catch exception, how to create them, how to log them. Also important, exceptions versus PHP errors. Those are two different things. And also a few specific Laravel functionalities about how to handle exceptions globally in the kernel. So I will put a link to that course in the description below. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.